Pipe Network presents.
On this episode of Season 5 Reflection.
So I'm just wanting to improve myself way back 2015, 2016. And so something came up on my mind that I need to change. I need some motivation to do to myself because I'm not getting younger. So I started with a gym. I'm inspired with my father. My father also a gym buff, and also I'm motivated with some Instagram celebrities posting their um workout routine. So after then, I'm starting to work out from 2015 until 2019.
Mainit na diskusyonan,
Masarap na kwentuhan
malinamnam na usapan,
at nakakagising na balitaktakan.
parang kape lang. My name is Jeff.
And I'm Weya Angeline
Join us in our conversations at Coffee na Lang Dear Podcast.
Hey folks, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Season 5 Reflection. And wow, what a journey it has been. I think this is my overall 90th episode, or if I'm not correct, and 90th episode overall in all my series combined. And I'm so proud of releasing episode consistently for you guys. And on this episode, I have a guest who is also a fellow Pipe Network, and we're going to talk about his podcast, his motivation, his inspiration. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my guest, Mark Adam. Hey pal, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening, and hello to the listeners of the Regime Show.
So how are you doing, pal?
I'm good. I'm doing better now.
Busy as last time I called you, you were very very busy. So at least now this time we finally got a time to speak, and it's a huge honor.
Yeah, it's such an honor too that you guys may hear in your in your podcast.
We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it a lot. So
Yeah.
let's get down to the meat and bones. What is if you and I were classmates, who were you in high school? I want to know because last time I interviewed you and I saw you face to face, face to screen to face, face to screen to face. You're a buff guy, so I want to know who you are on a personal level. Who are you if you and I were classmates in high school?
In high school, I'm not the bully one, but the jolly guy, happy-go-lucky person on the class. The person that's go with the flow. Having fun with friends, and my high school is one of my best memories, and
Nice.
until now, all of my friends there. Remembering the things that I've done, the funny things that all the pranks, and then also some my good memories back then is so I'm happy that I came with what I am today,
That's powerful. That's powerful.
yeah.
And any influences that you've taken, like discipline, motivation. What is the most important discipline, motivation that you've gotten from school, aside from, of course, having fun?
Actually, I didn't get any motivation in school regarding on my life right now. Maybe on outside the school. Because all of the time when I'm in school, it's more on more on book side of life, and also
Yeah.
it's less experience regarding what's happening outside, no?
Yeah.
And I can't say anything like I'm inspired by this guy, I'm inspired with that person, but I'm happy that I can share some motivation when it comes outside school. But apparently everything in my life is motivate and dedicated to things when I out of the school. And you know, things outside the world is very difficult. No,
Yeah.
and it's not just like a no, it's not just like you having a test or having a recitation. No, it's not all about that. So I can't say anything about my motivation on my school days.
Now I'm painting the picture. I understand. So you grow up the word is you grow up in the streets more than you grow up in school. You're not you can improvise when you are out on your own. Am I right?
Yeah. Life on school, it's just like I said, earlier. No, I'm a happy-go-lucky person. No, I'm good with go with the flow, and so maybe that's the thing that I develop on that, on that journey in high school. No, the person I've become on high school. No, that I can be what I ever wanted to be. No, and so I'm happy that I'm the man that I've become.
That's good. That's powerful. That's powerful. Uh, Aside from that, you mentioned external motivation. Yeah.
Hello.
So external motivation. Uh, I notice you're a big bodybuilder kind of guy, buff dude. You look like a very very huge dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with you, but from the looks of it,
Yeah.
having a conversation with you, you look like a down to earth, loving kind of guy. What's the story there?
Thanks, man.
what's the story there that
Okay.
led you to bodybuilding?
Okay. So when I was in college, I am in the cheerleading squad. It's
Really?
a school, school, yeah, school activity. When I was in a cheerleading squad, I'm a dancer and also a lifter. So that time, no, I'm I'll promise you, my body right now is almost 10, 10 times thin. I
Re-
swear, I look like a walking stick before.
Yeah.
So there was an incident before that. So I'm just wanting to improve myself way back 2015, 2016. And
Yeah.
so something came up on my mind, said I need to change. I need some motivation to do to myself because I'm not getting younger.
Yeah.
So I started with the gym. I'm inspired with my father. My father also a gym buff, and also I'm motivated with some Instagram celebrities posting their um, workout routine. So after then, I'm starting to work out from 2015 until 2019. I'm a total gym buff, and my physics changed rapidly in a different way. I'm getting bulk, I'm getting buff, and I'm a 5'11" person. So other people are scared of me because I'm a big guy
Yeah.
and a tall guy in somehow in a Filipino height. And there's some people are scared of me, and also I have it too, but they don't know that I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid inside this big body. No, it's just I'm just trying to intimidate them. But if they know me personally, it's not. It's not like that. Nah, I'm a bad guy. Because I'm having a big so many tattoos. I have a big body, and I'm motivated by it's also a mental change for me. No, I'm working out for myself, physically and emotionally. That's the number one motivation that I have way back.
Wow. this is interesting. Is it's just interesting how to see that sometimes school is not the best. I'm not saying it's not the best. It's different. Everybody has a different viewpoint in school and how learning is, and you really you meant it. School, the view of school life, and after that, uh, the thoughts that you have. It's really well articulated, and I admire you. I admire you with all respect. You got my respect. When it comes to working out,
Hey, thanks.
you have that discipline. I wanted to ask the foundational question that I don't think anyone has asked ever, is that your motivation. Where do you draw the inspiration when you're, let's say, the well is dry? Where do you draw inspiration when your well is dry?
Um, Actually, I can't tell enough with with regarding of the saying, but I know the well is dry, or more on when my money is empty, no, when my pocket is empty. I'm motivated to do things that different good things to help other people. Some of my friends or some of the people that I know, they don't know that I am helping charities, I'm helping families, I'm helping people who in need in a private way, because I don't brag what I have to give to them, and I don't want to share my um what do you call this, my charity work to the public, because it's a people have different perspective regarding of that. Some says it's good, some say oh sayang naman, di ba? And
Yeah,
then and most of the people that I know, uh they they don't have the very good very good view for the giving help or giving a charity, giving the charity work to the other people, no. It's for me, it's a what do you call this, astrophysical something, that things that I can manifest, when I give something in the universe gives back to me 10 times, 100 times. You know what I'm saying? That's
right.
just my that's just my thought, and that's what I believe. No, ever since that I did that, no, so many things happen to me in a good way that I can
Yeah,
help people. Um, uh, Different projects, different things, different blessings that I receive in a multiple way.
yeah,
Somehow I earn a lot of things by giving. No?
yeah.
So that's why that's the only 100% thing that motivates me. Besides having empty pocket, no, I'm strive to work hard. I'm strive to do things better for me to help other people. This is the
That's nice.
number one thing that motivates me.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You are a powerful, loving kind of. You look like a huge teddy bear now. I feel like I wanna give you a big hug. This is really a nice, loving conversation. As most of my conversations are, these are moments that I cherish, and uh, I'm sure I've already asked about bodybuilder. Now let's transition from bodybuilding to toy collecting. What happened there? Where did that transition come from? What happened to the big muscle? Why did you trade muscle for toys?
Yeah. Actually, I already said it in a another podcast, the Bodies podcast. So it's earlier this month or earlier last month, but I'm gonna repeat it. So it starts since I don't know, maybe around 5 months, 4 months ago. No, I'm started collecting small toys from DC or from Marvel. I just want to have some little bit collection, men's men thing na I want this this thing to have in my room. It looks like beautiful, no? And when times comes up, no, I'm gonna sell it because it's gonna,
Yeah.
gonna pay me well. So
Yeah.
yun, and and then I meet some guy na nagko-collect ng mga toys. So I met him and he said na, "Uy, must start na mag-collect ng mga toys kasi parang kaya mo naman." Sabi ko, sure, why not? Ano bang line niya? So, he said na mga anime. Sabi ko, oh, anime. Sige, good. Good. So, I starting in a one single line only. It's a Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer set and Demon Slayer set and Slam Dunk. The Slam Dunk is the rip off
Yeah.
kind. So sabi ko parang hindi to hindi to maganda. Sabi ko parang I want something new. Something beautiful, and I'm obsessed with the Jujutsu Kaisen anime and
Yeah.
also its manga. So I'm very very big fan, 100% big fan of the shonen. What do you call this? The manga itself. So I bought one, and the rest is history. Every online post that I saw, and I don't have this one. I'm gonna buy it. Ganun siya. So, yun. For the long run, no, I've already collected almost 100. No, it's almost 200 piece of collectibles from anime to Marvel, Funko Pops, DXF, Sega, Banpresto, different brands, different lines of action figures, figure arts yan, etc.
Nice, nice. I love it. I love this conversation. It's very warm. And uh what else can I add? There's so many things that I want to ask. But I've already finished the bodybuilding, toy collecting. What is the future? What's the future for Mark Adam? I gotta ask. And in terms of looking down 20 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line, are you looking at the entrepreneurship or you want to pursue bodybuilding? What is the main goal line for you in terms of that and the motivation that you have
As
in
of
your mind?
now, yeah, as of now, the bodybuilding is the last thing in my mind, no? And maybe I can go back when my plans are already set na, and number one thing in my mind right now, and entrepreneurship now, building new businesses, setting goals for my current businesses, and the business thing in the Philippines now, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Actually, many people know that people that supports you are the strangers,
Yeah.
and the people that friends, family, they're the least support you have. So I'm just one thing straight for sure now. The the number one that I'm building right now is more on my entrepreneurship skills, and also I'm trying to study some learning some tips or any business plans, no, because maybe in the future I'm gonna manage some big projects, also a big companies, and I'm looking forward to it. But as of now, I'm just trying to figure things out. You know.
Interesting. So it's all about figuring it out, and that's pretty good. That's pretty lovely, and it's understandable that we have a lot of things going on in this chaotic time. How do you manage to how do you manage to keep your head above water when it comes to handling the pressure? Because entrepreneurship, you mentioned entrepreneurship, you've been doing a lot of entrepreneurship now, you've been focusing on it. How do you manage to keep your head above water when it comes to everything?
You just need to look forward to it. No, any problems, there's always been a solution. So when there's a hard times, no, and or problem in different project, for example, no, you just look forward some good things that will be happen. No, it's more on the decision making. If you decide, there's always a decisions that sometimes you need to let go of something. You need to let go of. For example, I have the one business that I built in the pandemic state.
Yeah.
Pre-pandemic, around 2021, no, I'm start selling online foods, online
Yeah.
goods, meats. No,
Yeah.
so when the quarantine is lifted, no, not lifted, but more on, the lighter
Lighter look.
quarantine. Yeah. So, I must let go the business because I need to focus on the previous business. It's my laboratory clinic.
Yeah.
I need to be full time on that.
Yeah.
So I need to let go of it. But I've been thankful for that business because I build connections, I build friends, customers. Actually, customers become friends, and they are my 100% and loyal clients, and I'm thankful for that. No, because I gonna I'm gonna admit it. No, when the pandemic hits, I don't know what to do. Um, it's total lockdown, and I'm so lucky that I have a family to run, and we are having a family business that's not affected by the pandemic. But with my personal level, I need to work. I need to do something. No, it's not good for me that I'm almost jobless, or I have nothing to do in almost 2 to 3 months. If you remember March 2019, 2020,
Yeah.
that's the start of the lockdown. So I have nothing to do then. So one thing stuck on my mind: go business. Everyone's don't have in their they don't have any food in their houses, or they don't have any access on the markets. So
Yeah.
that business that I produce, it's an online market. No, it's an online market. It's like a Lazada or a Grab, but it's in a private account lang. So they chat on me and gonna take their order. So I'm gonna collect the orders and then deliver it to their home. And also a Sanggipsal meats.
Yeah,
People
that's
are craving that time for Sanggipsal.
I noticed that's the
Yeah.
most trending thing nowadays. It's samgyupsal. It's a happening thing. Many people are making money even
Yeah. Oh,
during the
yeah.
pandemic.
Yeah. So it's a big business talaga. And then hit a good supplier, and also I hit a great market here in Rizal.
Yeah.
I'm living in Rizal. I hit a great market. So I'm distributing my products from people who are with dito, what you call this, sangyup sa bahay, or your it's a service that you rent your items for sangyupsal, like grills,
Yeah.
butanes, like that, and free meats yan, ganon. And then yun, I hit you 2 or 3 local resto na ganun. So yun, I'm lucky to be their supplier.
That's nice. It's really cool. I'm proud of you, pal. At least you made the best out of usually what people will associate would be their downfall. You made it your own, and that is one thing that I really applaud you for. I gotta give it to you,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, man.
because nowadays when it comes to pandemic, everybody gives up, even me, because I'll admit, in my end of the storyline is that I have nothing. As soon as I'm a fresh graduate, and there's nothing much that I can do, and unemployment rate will go down, will go up, because everybody high on demand and all that stuff. It's very tough. It's a tough situation, and learning to survive. But I like how your mental scape is, and your
Yeah.
focus, and your dedication to your craft, and your dedication to your business is really. You have my 100% support, man. You have my salute,
Yeah, thanks, man.
and it's a huge honor having you here, because it's rare to have multiple businesses and still have the time to be featured on my show. I know everybody's busy nowadays, but yeah.
Thank you. That really, it's my pleasure actually.
And yeah, thank you so much for that opportunity, for this opportunity of saying yes to this conversation. This is an amazing conversation. So I love this conversation. I love our conversation between me and Mark Adam, and the definition of being strong man, mentally, physically, the ability to let go of things, and the power to be strong in the mind and soul, and being available to be able to improvise and life. I have 100% love and respect for this guy, because he is such a phenomenal conversationalist. Before we go, my listeners would love to connect with you. How will they find you on social media, Pat?
So yun, catch me on Quantox the podcast. I'm releasing episode every week. There's no specific day, but I'm releasing each episodes every week. And follow me on Facebook, Instagram at Mark Edem, or follow the Pike Network Instagram account and Facebook for other updates for our shows.
Awesome, awesome. With that in mind,
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy. I want to say thank you again to my guest for saying yes to this conversation, and hopefully I'll have him back on my show
Yeah,
again.
thank you very much.
And with that in mind,
Uh,
folks, cheers, folks, and I will see you in the next episode.